Hello people of YouTube, how are you today? It is me, Abby, and today I am so excited right now because we're going to be doing a review on the neon pigments from Makeup a Murder. I am so excited to try these out because of the fact that if I've tried and did like reviews on my channel, it's of like popular, products that everybody knows about, from Jeffree to NYX to, other brands. And I wanted to venture out, and I've been seeing these all over Facebook. I'm in some beauty groups, like, on my Facebook, so I've been, like, they always recommend, like, new makeup, and I saw these, and I'm like, I have to get these. They're neon, they're beautiful, the packaging is great, and then when I, like, looked them up, they were, like, this is from a super indie brand. Like, I think this came from, like, Illinois. So, like, this person has this whole brand called Makeup a Murder. It's, like, crime scene, detective theme, and I freaking love that. Like, if you guys don't know this about me, but I love, like, detective, crime, like, all that kind of stuff, because, like, I grew up watching, like, Law and Order, Bones, like, all that, like, crime detective stuff. I watched Snapped, I watched everything from Investigation Discovery, especially, like, Deadly Women. So, like, seeing those pigments and the theme of it makes me so excited. And I also like the fact that on the bottle it says, like, poison, makeup a murder. I can't. VV, high potensity. Like, it makes me so freaking happy. Like, no joke. I cannot wait to try it. Obviously you can see I haven't put anything on my face. The last couple videos, I feel like when you see me do my makeup, and you already see the makeup on my skin, you already have a hint of what's going to happen. So I want to be surprised with you, and we're going to see exactly what happens. Also, the fact that my skin, as of late, hates me. I have broken out, and I don't break out. I've mentioned this before, but, like, I try to take, like, the best care of my skin, and lately I have been breaking out like crazy. Like, pimple, 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 pimple. And this is, like, a couple days before my sister's wedding, so I am, like, trying to clear my skin. And then also the fact that I have dry patches here, so we're going to see if we can deal with that today and test out these pigments. And by the way, as I'm using these pigments, that's all I'm using. No other eyeshadows, so let's get started. Hey guys, okay, I just got my eyebrows and my eyes primed. I also spot corrected a lot of those acne, so when I put my foundation on later, everything looks good. My eyebrows today turned out a little weird. Like, this one turned out good to me, while this one, like, is a completely different shape, but it's still good. Like, you see what I mean? Like, this one has an arch, this one doesn't really. Not the point. Today, I'm not sure if I'm going to be using all the pigments. I'm going to try, but I mainly want to focus on these three because I don't see a lot of people using these three. They mainly focus, like, on the yellow and then, like, the pinks and the oranges and the reds. I really want to go in with, like, the blue and the crease, blend it out with this green, maybe a little bit of the yellow, and then put, like, the yellow on my lid. So let's get started. Hey guys, okay, one thing I want to mention is that these are very, very messy. Like, the cork in here gets, like, covered in the pigment, and you're going to get your hands covered, so be careful. And another thing I want to mention is that I'm not used to working with, like, straight up pigments. Like, no, like, like, not like an eyeshadow where it's pressed. So I'm a little bit concerned for me, just mainly because of the fact that I'm not used to this. But I do feel like I can do an okay job, because, like, when I dip it in, you see it gets covered, but then if I try to get it back in the bottle, it goes everywhere. So I just wanted to let you know, if you do decide to get these, be cautious because of the fact that it's a tiny opening, and if you get too much, it's gonna go everywhere. Like, see my hands, it's already covered in blue. So, okay, I'm gonna start off by tapping this color into my crease, and that is pigmented. And I'm going to speed up right now so you guys can see this a little faster. Hey guys, I'm just continuing right now to pack that pigment and putting it into my corner all the way to my outer corner. And I'm trying to blend as I do. Like, I pack on the product and I blend it in. And it is so pigmented. Like, look at that. I also mentioned to tap off the brush because a lot of fallout. Okay, now that I have the blue like all stamped on, I'm gonna blend it out with the green pigment. But because I'm getting pigment everywhere right when I open it, like you can see like it's still like coming off on the lid on the sides, I brought a teeny little bowl so I can put the pigment in so if it spills, I'm not getting it everywhere because of the fact that I just cleaned my room right now. So I do not want to be making a mess, you know, like not at all. So let's blend this out. Okay, I got my brush coated, but I just had to show you, like, look at how neon that looks. I'm a little scared because I'm afraid I'm going to put too much pigment because these are pigmented. Like, you can see that. And I know I'm going to look freaking crazy today, but I love it. So let's blend this out. So I'm going to start at the outer corner and go in soft circular motions. Like, oh my God. Do you see that? And I'm not going to go all the way in. I'm going to stop like right here. I'm going to try to do that with the other eye too. But for me, I always mess up. So we're going to see what happens. And I'm just going to take that right here. I'm not going to go too far up. That is looking good. I look a little crazy, but it's looking good. As I've mentioned before, like I do love doing like super bright, colorful looks. Like I go back and forth between like doing a bold, neutral color kind of like eye, like kind of like vampy kind of stuff. But then I like one day we'll just go full color, not care kind of deal. And today I'm kind of feeling that little fantasy, especially with all these pigments. And I love them. But the thing is the fact that because they're loose pigments, I'm not used to working with them, so I am making a mess, so like, bear with me. Okay, one more thing I wanted to mention is that while I'm blending this out, I'm going to fix this eye right now by putting a little bit more blue in the corner. I didn't do that, so this part is getting a little, like, you know, corner action. But there is a ton of fallout. So another thing is that with this product, you got to be careful for fallout, so I just wanted to mention that also. Hey guys, okay, I've gotten done blending these eyeshadows, and now I'm going to go on to the yellow pigment, but I'm going to cut my lid so I can put the yellow pigment down. But the thing is that I am terrified of is that I hate with a passion doing like cut creases or cutting my lid if I'm trying to put like, you know, especially like a neon shadow down, because of the fact that I have very hooded eyes. So like if I do like to cut my lid, I only do like halfway, but because I want this pigment to like be right in like the middle, I'm going to cut my full lid and then repack the blue and then put the yellow. And I am terrified right now, so let's get started. Hey guys, okay, I got my concealer ready, and sorry for being out of frame again. I am just, like I said, cutting the lid. I am trying not to go over my eyelid, because you know I do have hooded eyes, and I do pull on my eyelids so I can get that shape looking nice. But also I keep my concealer dry so I can not mess up as much. Now that I've cut my lid, I'm going to pack on the yellow pigment. I decided not to cut it all the way because I was liking how that looks. So, oh, I almost dropped the thing. So let's pack. That is pigmented. Okay, I don't even care for fallout right now because like I'm trying so hard for this pigment to stay on my lid. And I feel like I picked the wrong brush because it's staying, but it looks a little patchy, and I think it's because of the brush, because this brush does not it's like a very dense brush. Holy shit, do you see that? Ah! Like, this pigment, dare I say, it's so pigmented. I am in love. Like, don't get me wrong, I have a shit ton of fallout. My bad, because like it's hard to like tap it off and not make a huge mess. But you gotta admit, this looks amazing. Now I'm scared to do the other side, and I'm gonna do that off camera. So, okay, I have kind of finished the eyeshadow look. You guys know that I do my foundation and all that other stuff first, and then I go back to my bottom lash line. So I'm gonna get to you maybe because I'm not sure if I want to do like another color under my bottom lash line just to like pop it even more, but I need to hurry and do like the rest of my face. So yeah, what do you guys think so far? That yellow was much more neon than I thought it would be. Like, don't get me wrong, when you see it in this tube, it looks neon, but like compared to the eye, like, oh my god. And like, look at this. Like, this eye turned out a little bit better than this one because of the fact that I have wrinkles on that eye, like a little bit more. So yeah, don't get that. Don't judge me for that. But like, oh my god, I have no idea what lip I'm gonna do with this because this look is so freaking bright and crazy. I don't know if like I have a nude that even would go with this. So wish me luck. I'm gonna put my foundation, all the other shit on, and I'll be right back. Also, I forgot because I was doing like the bowl and stuff. Look at how much like pigment like I lost and stuff. Like this is not like light outside is not helping, but like there's a shit ton in here. And also on my hand from picking up the bottles. Like, I am getting this stuff everywhere, so. Hey guys, I'm not to the eyes yet, but for some reason I wanted to mention the fact that, like, when I was wiping away the eyeshadow before I started my foundation, it came off really easily, and it didn't really leave like any stains, so you really can't see it. But I wanted to mention that because of the fact, like, if I were to like wipe it on my eye right now, would it come off? Like, I'm not gonna do that because I don't want to mess up, but I wanted to bring up like that question while I'm doing like my concealer. Also, the fact that I've gotten back into the L'Oreal foundation. I've been using that NYX one since the review, and I wanted you to know that that review came out like 4 weeks before I posted it. Like, it has been in the archive for so long that, like, I was taking time editing, and then I had other videos I wanted to film, and then a lot of stuff has been going on in my life, so it's been weird. Like, I love that NYX foundation, but I don't like the fact that because it is a matte foundation, I've been getting so dry lately, it messes with my dry area and makes me look disgusting, like worse than I usually look. So I've been like stepping back because of the fact that I have been like dry and flaky lately, and I'm back to the L'Oreal foundation, and I'm like, why did I stop? Like, I know the next one is good, but this one like makes my skin look flawless. Like, do you see that? Like, it even makes my acne look like it's gone, sort of. But I wanted to bring that up, like, you know, and also wanted to mention that I am still using the Junko sponge, but I still have that problem where it gets a little patchy right here, so I have to put foundation. I have no idea why that happens because, like, it'll work beautifully at the rest of my face, but, like, I'll be able to fix that patchiness. But it just, I don't understand why it would happen in the first place. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm just, like, I wanted to bring that up. I do like it for concealer, though. Like, concealer and then packing the concealer on my lid before I do eyeshadow. Oh, my God, it packs a punch, and it makes my eyeshadow stick longer. I'm not using it today because I have been using it for so long now that I kind of forgot what it's like to have these sponges, and, you know, the sponge works good, too. It works good. I like it. So, also, one thing I wanted to mention, like, about the NYX foundation, like, I know this is a whole separate review, like, just for the eyeshadows, but I feel like I should also do some updates, you know, on other products, like, because I said I did like the foundation. Don't get me wrong. I still love that foundation. The NYX foundation does work really well, but the only other problem I've had with it is that it makes my concealers dry much faster. Like, I kind of stopped using the Can't Stop, Won't Stop concealer. Like, it's a good concealer if you have really, like, oily skin, but I don't, so if I use it on other parts that are not, like, super oily, it tends to look bad, you know, like, it doesn't look good on me, and it adds a little bit of texture, and also the fact that I did get a shade way too light, so that's another problem. My main problem with that not foundation is that every time I put concealer on my nose, even if it's my favorite concealer, like my Shape Tape, it just creases like crazy, and it takes the foundation off my nose, and I'm like, why is that? So, like, that's the only problem I've had with it, but I think it's because it is a matte foundation. I've mentioned even in that video that I really do not like matte foundations because I do have dry skin. Oh, also, I want to mention, like, Nikki Tutorials also taught me this, like, packing your powder in with a sponge. Oh my God, such a life changer, because I never noticed that when I did, like, use a brush to pack on the powder, it did leave, like, little strokes from where my foundation was. So, like, I am done with that. I'm just going to be packing on my powder from now. And also the fact that when I use the brush, for some reason, like, I never was able to get, like, all the powder from under my eyes. So even with my favorite powder, like my Coty Airspun, it left a shit ton of flashback. So, like, that's something new that I learned. So I've just been packing the powder and then brushing away with the brush, like if I pack too much powder. But it has been turning out really good. Another thing is, like, I wanted to tell you guys this because I feel like other people have this problem where their brows do not stay on long enough, or they come off easy, or you can wipe them away easy. For me, how I make my brows last all day and even all night is that I pack powder into them. Like, they're going to turn out really, really light right now. That's also another step. Like, if you get it too dark of a brow product, you can put powder into it, and it'll lighten it up, like, see, like that. But I will pack powder into my brows because once I, like, finish and I set my makeup, my brows do not leave. Like, they are perfect for the entire day. Like, oh my god. I should just make this a get ready with me because I'm just talking. Also, another thing is, I've noticed this a lot, that the sides of my nose crease so much that I have to pack powder. And I've started baking on the corners of my nose, and it has been helping a lot. Because I will notice that, like, throughout the day, like, even when I did foundation reviews, when I did, like, a couple of the last foundation reviews, I'll see the sides of my nose, and that's the only thing that's creased. And I'm like, oy. Now I'm going to bake under my eyes. I pack powder under my eyes. My eyes get so, like, oily. I don't understand, like, why my under eyes and my eyes are the only thing that gets oily. Like, my eyelids get oily. Hey guys, I'm not done with my face yet, but I'm getting close to where I'm deciding what color I should put under my eye. I'm not sure if I just want to do blue and keep it like this neon blue-green moment, or if I want to put like a purple or one of the other colors down. Like, I'm not there yet. Like, I'm not used to putting like color, like a ton of color under my eye. Like, I usually like to match it with the eye or do something like neutral, you know what I mean? But with this look, I feel like we're already bold. We should go bold out. Also, another thing is that I put blush on, and I kept it new, and I didn't pack it on. I put a little bit because this face look is already crazy, and I'm still baking because, you know, I like my contour sharp. My face today is looking a little weird, but again, I'm not sure if I want to do like purple. I'm kind of leaning towards like this orange for some reason, or the pink. Like, if I do it, I think the pink maybe. I don't do pink often, but for some reason I feel like it'll go with this look. I don't know. I'm still deciding. I'll get back to you right now. Okay, I've officially decided. I feel like because we're already so bold with this look, we should go even bolder. And I'm terrified that I'm going to be doing the orange. It chose me, like, I couldn't, like, for the last, like, 15 minutes, I'm like, what color should I do? While I have my bake on, and I know I need to get this off soon, and I'm like, if this doesn't turn out good, like the orange I feel like doesn't look good, it doesn't matter. I'm not going anywhere anyways today. I think I'm just going to be painting today, actually. So, let's do the orange. I already opened it, so I'm going to tap it. But the thing I'm terrified is I'm definitely, because there's so much, I'm going to, do you see that? All that fallout. And I'm going to tap it under my, that doesn't look too bad. Like I said, I'm not used to doing like stuff like this. I'm getting out of my comfort zone. I'm trying to do better with makeup, so give me some suggestions on what you want me to do next. So I feel like because I don't also have a base for it to stick to, it's not going to show up that neon. And I kind of like that because I feel like since it is super bold, you know, that I'd have a little trouble with it. What do you guys think of that? I feel like I'm giving Nickelodeon vibes. Like, the green slime and the orange. Like, oh my god. I'm going to pack on a little bit more, and I'm going to do this because... oh god. Shouldn't have did that. But I'm gonna, so there's a little bit more of a stick. So... Hey guys, okay, remember how I mentioned the powder and the brow thing? What I like to do is, because sometimes it gets a little too light, I will lick my spoolie and go through and brush the hairs up so the powder sinks in, but you still have a little bit more of a color. Like, do you see the difference between both brows? So I'm gonna do it to this brow now. Okay, I've finished like putting mascara, highlight. All I gotta do is lips and setting spray, and then I'll just like say my final thoughts. But I am so like unsure right now on like what lip to do. Like, I'm like thinking, should I go like Venus flytrap to make it even greener, breakfast at Tiffany's, like, you know, stick with the craziness, or should I do like a nude? And these are not the nudes I'm gonna be choosing if I do a nude. I have no idea. Like, neons are so hard to work with. Like, again, I never do neons. This is the first time I've ever did like a full neon look. None of my palettes like have super neon-y colors. So the fact that I have this eye look going on, I'm like, what lip do I do now? Because I can't do something like cool toned, obviously. Like, this is so like warm and bright. Like, I'm thinking like this, but then I like it's like too orange. Like, what do I do? Like, I'll be back after I find a lip. Okay, guys, I found a lip. I got Jeffree Star's Hunty on. I think it goes perfectly with this look. I feel like if I did any other like bright color, it would just look like a train wreck. But I feel like I look good right now. I've already set my face too, so like, let's get on with our final thoughts about the product. Hey guys, it's Editing Abby here, and this always seems to happen to me that I always will lose footage and it gets deleted or I won't record. But this time I could have sworn I recorded it. But for the outro, I missed like the first half of recording, and then my phone recorded the next half, but not the first half. So I'll just explain the first half right now. I pulled out each individual color and was talking about like the color. That was literally it, and then I went on to talk to the prices, and I'll just mention the price right here. All 7 were $30, which is really good, but then the next part you'll see talks about each individual price, which is like $4.90, and I talk about the pros and cons, so you'll see that now. And that would mean like each individual pigment is around like $4 something, like $4.90. So like, that is a bargain. So like $5 for one, or you can get all 7 for 30. And also the fact that, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but shipping, I'm not even joking, took 4 days. Like less than that, like 4 days. When it came out, I'm happy. Like, I ordered it last week and it came about yesterday. So like, I just, I had to play with them. And I can't wait to use the purple one. I really feel bad that I didn't use the purple, but the fact is a lot of people that I've seen who have reviewed this have used like the purples and the reds, and they made that like the main focus of the colors. But I wanted to focus on the blues and the greens, because blues are really hard to blend, and greens, a lot of people don't do like a ton of green eyeshadow. And I'm so happy right now. Like, this makeup came out so good. I love it. I feel so happy right now. Like, this eye came out a little bit better than this eye, but I've already mentioned like the wrinkles and stuff. It's hard to get around, and I'm like, but for my final thoughts, I would give these pigments a yes. Like, if you want to get them, yes. The only cons to them is that they're very messy, and they do come with like a plastic cork that you have to like if you jam them in, it takes forever to get out, and you do get like a little bit of like kickback, so you may have to deal with that. And also the fact that even when you close it, there's still some that get stuck at the lid, like, I'm not sure if you saw that, but they are a little messy. Like, don't get me wrong, I do love the containers to these. They're glass, they're very nice, it comes with cute little stickers, but I don't think this is practical. Like, I feel like if it wasn't a loose pigment, it should come in like a loose pigment jar, like it has like a little shaker, so you can get it out. Like, 1 second. Like, it should come in a loose like shaker, so you can like pour out a little bit of pigment at a time, like the one for this highlighter from Wet n Wild. I messed up, I dropped it and a lot came out, but like, you know what I mean, like a little bit of a shaker and a bottle form. Like, you could still do like the cute little bottle, but at the same time, like, put a shaker so you can get some pigment out, but it's not dumping everywhere and it's not making such a huge mess. Like, that's my only con with it. And also the fact that, like, since there is no like shaker and you have to like go straight into the pigment, tapping it out, it does get everywhere. Like it's all over like my table right now. It's all over my floor. It's all over me. Like it is everywhere. So like that is my main qualm with it. And also the fact that I tried wetting. I didn't show you this, but I originally tried wetting to get the yellow on it. That was a no. Do not wet these pigments. They are better dry than wet. So I tried that, didn't work, but I was still able to make it like, work out good. In the end, these pigments are really good. I do recommend them. So, and also the fact that this comes from an indie brand. Like this is from an indie company. This person made their own small little business, and I love the idea. I love the concept of it. Makeup a murder. Like I love that. That's like amazing. So yeah. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would clap, but I have the pigments right now. I hope you enjoyed me reviewing the Neon Poison Pigments from Makeup a Murder. I had a great time filming this video. Love it. Hope you guys enjoyed it too. Not much else to say, Had a great time filming this. Had a great time playing with like the neon pigments. I think next time when I use these, I'm not going to use like all of them at once. I think like if I want to do like a matte eye look and I want like a huge pop of color for the lid, then I would use this. Like for example, I want to do this black and yellow thing, like black and yellow, great, like where I do black all on my lid, blend it out with gray, and then cut my lid like I did today, and then put like this yellow pigment on. Like I feel like that would look amazing. So I can't wait to do that. But in general, I did have fun today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. Click that little bell icon if you want to see more videos from me. And check my links down in the description for all my socials. I had a great time. Bye, guys.